So what were you guys listening to in your house?
Oh man, we listened to everything. So my dad is a musician as well, and he grew up like playing in a whole bunch of bands in South Beach and stuff. And he's a drummer and a singer, and he learned how to play piano by ear.
Oh, so it just came to you like in the DNA.
It really did. Like I love him so much for that because he really gave me the gift of music, truly. Like, we would burn CDs together and like
Dope.
he would always be like, I would be singing, like he would learn a song on the piano like Evanescence or like Adele or whatever it was. And like I would sing with him and I'd be singing in the shower he called it shower idol. I would literally like at night, like for an hour, I'd be in the shower singing songs. I would literally do that all the time. And he would be like, he'd like walk in and be like, "You're flat."
You know,
Again.
Hey, he was preparing you for school.
For real. He really was. And then my mom is also like just super passionate about music. She loves like electronic music. Like
wow.
Because we grew up in Miami, you know.
Dance,
a lot of dance music, a lot of EDM, but a lot of R&B from my dad's side as well. Like a lot of R&B, like 90s R&B for sure. And 80s music, they both loved the 80s. So like 80s rock and like Madonna and like all that kind of stuff was always playing. And then obviously the top 40 hits. My parents love pop music. So it was like a clusterfuck of inspiration, if I'm being honest. Like, and then obviously the salsa, my grandparents were a huge part of my life as well.
That comes out in
and
your
they
music.
only listen to Cuban music. So
all those things come
Celia
out.
Cruz, Willie Chirino,
all the things.
Yeah.
How about you, Doobie? What was playing in your household?
When I was young, my mom was is a Puerto Rican, so of course the same thing along the lines of you guys with the the Fania all-stars like Hector Lavoe and Celia Cruz.
Celia.
Celia's probably in all of our houses because my mother used to rock her religiously. It was
Mando. She was the queen, so it was like, all the Latinos looked up to her. So it was like, man, any festive, event that they would have, you would definitely hear one of her records first.
You know what's crazy about her story when she left Cuba, like she didn't leave like, in good pretense, right? So they made, when you leave there,
you can't come back.
You can't come back, and you leave everything. What you have with you is all you take. You don't take your credentials. You got to start completely over. Sendog's father was a professor in Cuba before he came over through the lottery system, right?
Yep. Wow. My grandparents too. My great-grandparents.
And it was Mellow Mayonnaise' number when he was a child that like got them the opportunity to come into the States.
Really?
They had to leave everything, right?
Wow.
So Celia, when she left, she knew that she wasn't going to be able to take anything and they were going to just strip her of everything. So she made a cake and put all her finest jewelry within the cake and snuck it in that way.
Queen.
That's how she had a little bit of money when she got here.
Gangster.
Wow, brilliant.
Celia Cruz was gangsters. Rest in peace to a legend. How about you, Bobo? What were you bumping besides your father's music?
Well, it was Latin music. My mom was a big fan of course, Latin music, salsa music, and Benny More and Fania and Tito and all of that stuff. And then my brother was more like the 70s funk, 60s doo-wop, all that stuff. So, we got that.
Yeah.
So it was just a mix of music that just was like all over the place.
Yeah. How about you, C?
My mom, it was between my mom and my Theo. My Theo had all the rock. So there was the rock side.
That's where you get the rock.
That's right. So it's Van Halen and Kiss,
AC/DC.
And then my mom was a Motown fan, so it was all like the early Motown, like Smokey Robinson and Temptations, of course, but also Rick James and Earth, Wind and Fire.
Rick James.
My dad loved Earth, Wind and Fire. That's like one of my favorite bands.
Absolutely, they're one of the best.
One of the best.
So those are the two. Those, and then when hip hop came into the picture, it was just a rap.
A rap.